The human soldier had expected many things after the battle. Execution was high on the list. A trial was also possible. Being offered marriage by an alien empire had not made the list. He stood in the center of a massive throne chamber, trying very hard not to look like someone who had completely lost control of his life. Around him, the imperial court watched with enormous curiosity. Several alien nobles whispered quietly. One of them leaned toward another and said, "Is that really a human?" The other nodded. "They are smaller than I expected." The human cleared his throat. "I can hear you." They stopped whispering immediately. At the far end of the chamber sat the ruler of the empire. The empress rested one hand lightly against the arm of her throne, studying the human as if he were a puzzle she was considering whether to keep or dismantle. "You fought well in the war," she said. "That's a generous interpretation of surviving," the human replied. A faint smile appeared on the edge of her expression. "You were captured after disabling 3 of our assault units." "That was mostly luck. Luck does not usually disable imperial military hardware." "Then I will update my definition of luck." A quiet ripple of amusement moved through the court. The human shifted his weight slightly. Standing in front of an alien empress while unarmed and surrounded by guards was not his preferred social situation. "So," he said carefully, "is this the part where I am formally declared an enemy of the empire?" The empress tilted her head. "No." He blinked. "That is new. I am offering you freedom." The chamber immediately became very quiet. The human narrowed his eyes slightly. "I feel like there is a second part to that sentence." "There is." She lifted one hand and gestured toward the entrance of the hall. Footsteps echoed softly across the polished floor. The human turned. Someone was approaching. The woman who stepped forward did not look like someone who needed permission from anyone. Her pale violet skin carried a faint luminescent glow under the palace lights. Long white hair flowed behind her as if gravity had politely decided not to interfere. Her eyes were deep crimson with thin golden rings, moving slowly inside them like distant galaxies calculating something complicated. The entire court became even quieter. Even the guards straightened slightly. The human looked between her and the empress. "I feel like this is important." The empress spoke calmly. "My daughter." The human nodded slowly. "Right." The princess stopped several steps away from him. She studied him with unsettling focus. Not curiosity, evaluation. The human raised a hand politely. "Hello." She did not respond. Instead, she looked directly into his eyes as if searching for something beneath the surface. After a long moment, the empress spoke again. "You will be granted your freedom," she repeated. Then she finished the sentence. "If you agree to marry her." Silence filled the throne chamber. The human stared at the empress, then at the princess, then back at the empress. "I am sorry," he said slowly. "I think my translation device just had a breakdown." The empress leaned slightly forward. "My offer is clear." The human rubbed his face with both hands. "Your Majesty, with respect, I am currently a prisoner of war." "Yes." "And your solution to that situation is marriage." "Yes." He thought about that for several seconds. Human military briefings did not prepare me for this. Around the chamber, several alien nobles were now openly staring. The princess finally spoke. Her voice was calm, precise, and entirely uninterested in the chaos she had just caused. "I accept." The human looked at her. "You accept?" "Yes." He gestured at himself. "You do not even know me." She tilted her head slightly. "I know enough." That sentence is terrifying. The empress watched them both. "So," she asked calmly, "do you accept the offer?" The human sighed deeply. "I would just like to confirm something first." "What?" "If I say no." The empress's expression did not change. "You will remain a prisoner." He nodded slowly. "Right." He looked at the princess again. She was still watching him with that strange analytical focus. "Okay," he muttered quietly.